Good evening, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you may be watching this from. I understand I'm a few days late, but as I'm sure all of you guys are aware, Tectone has been banned again for the fourth time in a row. He's been banned for a week again. Who would have saw that coming? He gets his ads disabled for 2 weeks. So basically, he makes no money off of Twitch, even after he gets unbanned. So he was banned again. He made a video about it. He put out an appeal, and his repeal recently just got denied. So let's go ahead and take a peek at his video. Let's see what happened this time, and let's get straight into it.
Congratulations. I'm pretty sure this video is what's going to take me to 1 million subscribers on YouTube whenever I upload this and whenever.
Which I'm not sure if you guys have realized it, but this video of his did get him past 1 million. Yeah, he's at 1.01 million. So, Techie, if you're watching this and however you may be watching this, congratulations. What a huge milestone. I'm so incredibly proud of you. If anyone deserves it, it's you.
Probably any contentless content creator goes live and reacts to it and sends their chat my way to give me a.
That's me. I'm the contentless content creator that's reacting to it. That's me. Guys, he's talking about me.
I'm sure they're going to do. Guys, I shit you not. This is not my first, this is not my second, this is not my third, this is my fourth fucking ban in the past 90 days. Over what? Might you ask? Well, guess what? This is by far the worst one ever. And this one laid forth a little trap that I...
It's interesting. I know he says he laid a trap. Is Techie on top of that much? Maybe. I don't know, but I always thought it was kind of funny that he's like, it was a trap.
I set for you, Twitch. Yeah.
Better.
I bet you didn't know that. Because I was waiting for you to do this. And I knew that you would do this. And I knew the reason would be even stupider than the one before. So
also, Techie, real quick, stupider isn't the word, it's dumber. Let's relax there. It's dumber. Stupider isn't the word, guys. Come on. Let's not be taken,
Thank you for once again allowing me to showcase to the world how truly
stupider. You like stupider? Fair.
Let's go ahead
stupider
and
sounds
talk
good.
about the hypocrisy,
2 steps ahead, he's
the double standards, and the preferential treatment of every single
stupider is a word? I'm pretty sure it's not.
Platform, running it behind the scenes. So, yes, I have been banned once again. Found out about, what, 2 minutes ago, probably. We got a nice little Twitter thread going over on X. Still not used to it being called X. Here we go.
Let's get into it, Techie. Come on.
Been banned already. 2.8 thousand likes. Can't wait for everybody to call me the worst human being on Earth. And
Hitler finally dead. Hitler dead. We did it.
Probably compare me to Adolf Hitler. I'm gonna scroll for 2 seconds. Let's see if I can find
Free-watched.
Hitler dead.
Free-watched, by the way.
Nice dessiné. Where's the Hitler dead? There it is. Yeah, great. 4 times this year. Crazy work. Just perma this loser. Well, just know this loser that you're calling me made over $400,000 last month. And
that's it? He only made $400,000 last month? That's it?
Honestly, we're on our track to make $500,000 this month. So, yeah, go ahead and take that shit and shove it up your ass, brother. We are killing it. It's fucking insane. 106,000 subs this month on YouTube, brother.
Jeez, good for him. He deserves it. He's been grinding.
This loser keeps on.
Not even $500,000. True.
So, by the way, Asmongold, if you're watching this and you said that's it, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, but what about me? What if I said that's it?
Anyways. So I, yes, have been banned once again. 7 days, boys. 7 days. Thought it was 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, come on. With how much he gets banned, he probably deserves it, guys, right? We know he deserves it. We can all agree Techie deserves it. You know, he's a piece of shit, right? He deserves to get he's deserved every single ban he's gotten, right?
2 weeks. Oh, don't worry. It's only a 7-day ban and no pay for 2 weeks. That's all right. I already turned off all the ads off of Twitch regardless, and they can't take my sub revenue. So I will be going live on Twitch once I'm unbanned again, which I have a prediction.
Yeah, so what he's talking about here, not a lot of people realize it. When you get banned off of Twitch, you're obviously banned. He's banned for 7 days. But he also, when he comes back to streaming, he is ineligible to get ad revenue on his channel for like a week or 2. So all of the ad revenue that he makes post-ban goes directly into Twitch's pockets. I don't know how the hell they get away with that. That's actually crazy that like they're able to do that.
I predict I will be unbanned in the next 24 hours.
Ooh, that didn't age well, did it? I don't believe that one aged well. He said he predicts he was going to be banned and unbanned in less than 24 hours. I don't know about that one, little pup. Ooh, Tectone's ban appeal has been denied as of 7 hours ago. He will be making a follow-up video soon. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the further information regarding that. But yeah, as of 7 hours ago, his appeal was denied. So I'm very curious to see what happens with that.
I'm about to make y'all look really, really fucking bad. And if I'm not, oh, I got something even better for the follow-up. I like to keep bullets in my chamber and only use them when I have to, but you're kind of forcing my hand here by fucking me over.
So I have this little add-on real quick. We're still reacting, but I have this little add-on in the video where it is like community driven. And it was obviously voted that there's an interaction reminder for like the 10 seconds here. That's why there was a really weird cut. So yeah, the add-on, it skips interaction reminders, it skips ads, it skips like filler. And it literally just it skipped his interaction of like subscribe, etc., etc. I thought that was hilarious.
Stop. So yes, I have been banned for 7 days, of why I had no fucking idea until I was sent this, which is obviously
it's 3 days now.
Why did I get banned? On streamer VOD, drama, gaming, reacted, new Stellar Blade, great game by the way, huge drama, mega content. What is going on this time? Content creation date, June 23rd, 2025 at 2:26 p.m. UTC. I got to be let known why I got banned once again, and I was directed to this part of my VOD where you guys will never guess what I was talking about. You'll never guess. You'll never guess why I got banned again, guys. Do we have any predictions? I would love to know.
Why did he get banned?
Who do you
Haven't seen him play a game?
Banned
yeah, but Tucky isn't the gamer anymore, guys. You guys just need to accept that. You guys need to accept that Techie doesn't play games on stream anymore unless they're sponsored. He's just a React Andy. Sorry, guys. Wrap it up. He's a React Andy now. He doesn't play video games on stream. He'll play Mario Kart here and there, but wrap it up, guys. Wrap it up. He's a React Andy.
Again. Yep.
Worse than a React Andy, a slop tuber.
She's getting her ass sued, and I can't wait for her ass to get.
I mean, you know what? I truly don't blame him. So, like, if you think about it from an objective level, why would you stream? Why would you like do all of this extra stuff? Why would you? When you can literally just go live, watch YouTube videos, and talk about them. Why would you do that? It's so much easier and so much simpler to just hit go live, bring up a YouTube video, and just react and talk about it. So, like, I don't blame him. I don't blame him in the slightest. Like, me personally, I don't think I could actually do it. Cozy video games are fun. No, I agree, but like, at the end of the day, it's like, but playing games is fun. It's fun, but why? It's like, it's effort, right? Like, why would you want to like go to your job and put in more effort when you could just sort of sit back and just relax and just reap money? It's also really hard to like make more like YouTube videos and stuff off of just playing games, because if you think about it, he's double dipping, right? So when you're reacting to something on stream, you're obviously getting the money from that stream. Then you upload that to YouTube and you're getting the money from that. So you're like double dipping in it.
Yes, I have been mass reported by Denim's community once again for calling her a whore.
Well, you didn't call her a whore, Techie. Let's call it out with that.
Wow! Amazing, amazing. And you know what's crazy? I didn't even call her a whore this time.
Pre-watch.
That's what's crazy. I got banned because she said she was upset that she was being called a whore. And then I said, if you don't want to be called that, don't have an OnlyFans. Yeah. So I didn't even call her that.
Yep.
I got banned merely for saying, if you don't want to be called that, then don't have an OnlyFans.
Yep. It's like if he would say, if you don't want to be called fat, just don't do that. Just don't eat. Just don't overeat, right? It's pretty cut and dry that like he's not calling someone it. He's just saying, if you don't want to be called it, don't do the thing that you're doing. If you simply stop doing the thing you are doing, you will no longer be called the name in which you are afraid to be called. Very simple.
Is
Just go to the
that
gym. Oh
not
yeah, easy.
fucking insane? And in case you're
Helps
wondering,
attract people to his
wow,
live streams here.
Techie,
Yeah.
well, maybe you shouldn't be saying that.
If you don't want to be called bald, get hair treatment. True.
You're right. Oh, and by the way, I'm taking you on a journey here, right? There's levels to this shit.
Oh, God.
And I need you guys to understand how fucked up this is about to get. So, the woman, in case you missed last time I got banned, which is about 2 weeks ago, wow, story time with Techie, there's this girl called Denims who keeps on calling me a sexual predator, a abuser, a guy who beats women,
Yeah.
and she's called me a rapist.
The woman? Yeah.
Her buddy Hasan has called me a familial obligated rapist. Do you think they got banned? No, soy dora. They got nothing. They got
Ironic how this is the second time someone took offense to Tectone calling them out for their hypocrisy. Oh, and that's the thing. Like nobody likes being called out for their hypocrisy, right? Obviously nobody does. But the issue is that these people, geez, I see these people like a group of people. They react in the most brutal and like angry way that they possibly can. They know deep down inside that they're being hypocrites. They know that they're being pieces of shit. But at the end of the day, like they don't care. They have a very small and a very tilted moral compass where it's just a day at the office to them. It's just nothing new.
zero punishment. Fucking zero. I explain to them why they're being called that. I get banned for 7 days again. I've even tried to clean up my language when talking about this. But apparently, I can't talk about Frogan. I can't talk about Hasan. I can't talk about Denims.
Never can until
I can't
negatively
talk about
affects them.
any
Yep.
of them. Yet they can run.
And that's why I'm so excited for the lawsuit that's coming through from Ethan. Specifically for people like for Denims, Casey, and Frogan. I cannot wait for that lawsuit to go through. I know it's gonna take a long time. For those who are unaware, Ethan Klein is suing Denims, Frogan, and Casey Tron specifically for copyright infringement. Because they watched his video without giving like proper credit and like trying to like take views away. So those three are currently embroiled in a lawsuit, and I'm really hoping that these idiots will learn that, you know, their words have weight. That's what I don't think. When you are a content creator, your words have such a significant more weight behind them, the more popular or the more you are. Copyright lawsuit? Yeah. It's from Ethan Klein, H3H3. Your words have a greater weight when you speak. So things like if a random Twitter person just said, "Ah, he's a abuser," right? It's like, "Oh, whatever. Who cares? They don't have a platform." But when someone with a platform starts saying things like that, more and more people are willing to believe them just because they're more popular or they have a platform. And I don't think these creators realize it. Now, Frogan, she's not even a big content creator, but because of the sphere and because of like the orbit group that she's in, she has a lot of like sort of like pull and influence because she's friends with like one of the biggest streamers on the platform, Hasan. You know, Frogan was Hasan's moderator for the longest time in her Twitch chat. And Denims is like a 3-4K CC Vandy. Casey Tron, I don't even know where to start with Casey Tron. Casey Tron has been trolling the internet for the past 10 years. And I think she's always just so high off her ass. She doesn't even know where she is 90% of the time. She's just a floating ball of consciousness. She's barely a person at this point. She's always so high that I wouldn't be surprised if 90% of the things she says, she doesn't mean. But unfortunately, we're adults, and the words that we say have repercussions.
My name through the mud 24/7. Now, I believe, a little bit of tinfoil hat here, a little bit of tinfoil hat. I believe
that wasn't tinfoil, Tectone. Tectone, that wasn't tinfoil. That was clearly a plastic bag.
That there might be some preferential treatment going on for Hasan, Denims, and Frogan.
I'm not sure if a copyright lawsuit is good exactly despite its targets. Verse, have you looked into this specifically why he's suing them? If you actually watch Ethan's video, it's a very good thing. Incredibly good thing. You should not be able to pull up a piece of media that someone worked on and not provide any commentary, not transform it in a way, and not openly admit that you are trying to steal views away from the original video, in which all three of these people fit that exact criteria. When you watch something, if I were to pull this video up and say, guys, don't go and support Techie, don't watch this video after this. In fact, just watch this. I'm gonna put a link to it. You need to watch this. Don't watch his. That is copyright infringement. You are taking someone's work and pulling views and revenue away from their original piece of content and trying to profit off of it. That is strictly illegal when it comes to copyright law.
I might believe that anybody pushing extreme leftist agenda, these extreme libtards on the internet, I think someone on Twitch agrees with them. But then,
They do.
that was my thoughts a couple of weeks ago. I thought, well, maybe they're just not aware. You know, honestly, maybe Twitch just
No, there is a very clear bias when it comes to the Hasan orbit group, right? Very clear bias. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but a year ago, the CEO of Twitch themselves posted a little cute little video where Dan Clancy forced the entire Twitch office in San Diego, San Francisco, to sing Hasan happy birthday.
Bro, we're never beating the Hasan runs Twitch allegations after.
Yeah, gee, I wonder why you aren't beating these allegations. Is it because that the CEO of a company probably forced the entire office to gather in the break room while they to sing him happy birthday?
This is
Why
crazy.
wouldn't you be?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, the most rabid Redditors just clipped this.
Would you shut up and actually play the video? Yeah, you can clearly tell these people really want to be there. You want to tell they want to be there singing happy birthday to Hasan. You know they love it. Oh yeah, this guy's having the time of his life. Oh yeah, he loves that he's here. He loves that he's here. He's probably in the middle of his lunch break. He's like, oh man, I had a rough day. I'm gonna go down to the cafeteria. I'm gonna get me something yummy. And his boss pulls him aside. Hey, we gotta come sing happy birthday to Hasan.
Crazy.
There's a gun behind the camera. Yeah, true. But yeah, is there a very clear agenda? Is there an agenda at Twitch? I wonder. We ever react to the full content nuke? It's been so long. It's not even worth it.
wasn't aware of what they're doing. I gave them, dude, I gave them such the biggest.
That's not supposed
benefit
terrorists
of
to
the
sing happy
doubt.
birthday. I
I
don't
thought,
understand it, man.
you know what? There's a lot of people on this platform. There's a lot of big streamers. There's Asmongold, there's FaZe Lacey, there's Kai Cenat. There used to be iShowSpeed, but they banned his ass too because they're retarded.
So I think his discussion here makes no sense to me. Absolutely no sense. Yes, Twitch is a big platform with a lot of creators. But guys, come on, let's be real. Hasan is probably, I think he's like, let's pull up the facts. Let's pull up the facts before I start talking. Hasan is probably in the top 10 most popular streamers on Twitch. Probably. I don't want to just be saying shit just for the sake of saying shit. Hasan is rank number 3 on Twitch in terms of like view count and like sort of relevancy, right? So naming all these other people and just saying that, oh, Twitch just might not be aware of what's going on. Twitch might not just be aware. There is no way they aren't aware of this type of stuff that's going on. Maybe when it comes to people like Denims, but here's the thing. When you have someone that's an orbiter of the number 3 channel on Twitch and is so closely intertwined with Hasan, I guarantee... Techie, why are you following Denims? Wait, whoa. Why is he following Denims? Regardless, geez, that was a jump scare. God, yeah. Regardless, it is very, very clear that there are people in his corner. When I say his, I mean Hasan's corner. That are probably just, they are all in the know. He wanted to play Marvel Rivals with her early on. Yeah, but I'm surprised he hasn't unfollowed her yet. That's crazy. To see one talking shit, that's fair. But regardless, it's I think it's a cop out to say, oh, they just don't understand it. They don't know. When the literal CEO of the company is forcing his employees to sing happy birthday to someone, for a fact, Hasan probably has, I don't want to say his own team of moderators when it comes to that, but I guarantee you there is a team at Twitch who handles probably like some of like the biggest or most prolific streamers. And it's very clear that they have an agenda.
You can go watch Mizkif.
Exactly how people get away with things.
You
Yeah.
can go watch Mizkif. The Botez sisters. What are they doing this time? Mizkif's journey to LA. Very pog. You can watch S-Fan play. He's playing variety games. What was he playing today? Death Stranding, #2. You can go watch Seer quirk out. You can go watch Soda Poppin' and They have an abusive relationship. Just kidding. You can watch, and many of these VTubers, maybe they just don't know.
It's such a, I understand he's trying to give them a little bit of faith, but I think it's a little, it's kind of dangerous to just be like, they don't know. Maybe they don't know. I don't know why he sort of like is like flip-flopping a little bit like this. He needs to just go in and just stop saying, I don't know. We don't know.
And I genuinely believe that. I thought there's no way there's actually a leftist agenda.
There is.
I set up a little trap. I did. In case you guys are wondering, last time I got banned, I made sure to inform you guys that I sent them a folder. And
I've seen this folder, by the way. The folder that he is referencing, I've seen it. I've seen all the videos. I've seen all the screenshots. The fact that people are able to get away with what they have been getting away with for the past 6 to 7 months, like the average Twitch chatter, like you guys have probably heard and seen things like here and there, but this is it. This folder that he's talking about is a conglomerate of like 7 months worth of screenshots, videos, clips that everyone and their fucking mother that like cares about Techie's cause has compiled, right? So you think like a lot of what's going on when you have 1,000 autistic Twitch chatters going and combing through VODs, there is like 5 to 10 times more stuff out there that like these content creators have said than you actually think.
You guys know that folder was seen.
Yep, only 1,000.
I wanted to let you guys know
probably
that something big.
When I say 1,000, I mean like people who are like actively like going and like helping and like looking for his cause. He should make the folder public. He might one day.
Going to happen.
You know what? I think considering they denied his appeal, I think he probably will make it public.
Giving them incredibly good faith. And I want to let you know, nothing happened.
Yep.
Nothing. 0 things happened. Why do you think that's a really big issue? Well, let me tell you why that
It's called double standards.
Inside of this folder.
Next big Twitter Google document. Yep.
With the help of my mods, I had a plethora of videos.
It's so retard. Wait, it's called the Retard Recovery Library
that went on for quite a bit, ranging from everybody from Mike from PA,
yep, there's a lot.
Hasan, Denims, Frogan, Casey Tron Minks, just to name a few, with wonderful little clips like this.
Sue Twitch
the
for
reason
abusing their
Tectone
It's so
can't
hard.
sue me is because he did that shit.
Clips where Denims is saying that I'm a
Face stand
rapist
for a folder,
and
true.
I can't sue her because, well, she believes that I did it. Clips where Hasan is calling Asmongold a pedophile. Clips where Denims is calling me
disgusting.
a rapist, a pedophile, an abuser. Going in on Nuxtaku, going in on Mudahar, going in on all these streamers, all of these streamers going in on all of these, content creators with complete blasphemous language. I call these people fat. I call a girl with an OnlyFans a whore. And I get banned now for a total of a month. None of them have been banned. So maybe they didn't see my message, and maybe they didn't do anything with it. So here's messages with official Twitch staff. Obviously, I've blurred them out. These are messages with official Twitch staff.
I think I know who this Twitch staff is. And I will say, if it is who I think they are, this person doesn't deserve the hate. It's the people above them and the people that actually handle, like, the bans and stuff.
This is them. I gave you a nice little title here. I completely get it. Trust me, you should report her and send me whatever clips. And by the way, this is me working with the one good mod that Twitch actually has.
Yeah.
Or send me whatever clips or tweets you feel are violative, and I can report them myself and bring them up to the powers that be. It's the same situation as the Frogan thing, and you know it is. You know how many people were talking
Pluto?
about 72 hours ago?
I think it is
0.
Pluto.
Yes,
I think.
100%. But bro,
Pluto
her tweet
rocks.
had a million views out of nowhere and told me to ignore something that big after she went after me and my family. Same thing with Denims. And you've reported them both on Twitch with the links and stuff because it is according to our guidelines that we will perform
They're just the
action
messenger?
on
Yeah,
or
exactly.
off-platform behavior, which means Twitch would, in fact, if they thought it was bad, whether the action was committed off the platform or on the platform, you would get banned if
Yep.
Twitch thought it was bad.
Correct.
They have
Yeah, Twitch does ban for off-platform behavior. So you can't go on Twitter, you can't go on your Discord and just start saying the most heinous, like, absurd shit. They will ban you for that. They should. Let me just say they will. They should ban you for that. They should. Not that they will.
have been sent tweets. They have been sent.
Just straight up hating on him, fucking psychopath. It's because of the Hasan effect. That's all it is. Hasan suddenly hates him, so now Denims hates him. That's all it is. There's no more to it.
Clips. They have been sent videos. They have been sent screenshots. Everything has been sent and received via off-screen violation or on-platform violations and on-platform violations. They have all received them based on their own words. According to our guidelines, we will action on or off-platform behavior if it's egregious enough.
Hasan Piker!
Labeling people rapists, pedophiles, abusers, going after Asmongold's dead fucking mother.
Yep. Here, Kickbot. Yeah, I got it. Did you see Mango yet? I did. I did see Mango.
I compiled a folder. I submitted an appeal. I made all of this. Appeal sent. Here's the info on Hasan and friends. Or should I send it elsewhere? This is great. I can try to pass it to the powers that be. And he did. An official Twitch staff member took this folder. This was also reported them by 40, 50 members on Twitch, probably from my chat.
Yep.
Because obviously, when my chat sees someone breaking the TOS, they're gonna report them. They've been reported by my chat. They've been reported by their own mods.
I will say, and I'm not the biggest TOS, like I don't know TOS in and out. I think he was playing with fire a little bit a couple days before he got banned. Because I don't know if you guys were in his stream when he did this, so I think like 2 or 3 days before he got banned, he was saying that if you feel that this specific creator is breaking the TOS, go to their channel and report them. That is a little iffy. I wouldn't have been surprised if he got a slap on the wrist for that. Because I like, regardless of if they're breaking the TOS or not, I don't think you can say go to another person's channel and report them if you think they're breaking the TOS. He was playing with fire a little bit. And again, who the fuck am I? I don't know. Didn't Denims do that to him, though? Yes. That's the point, is that everyone does it, and only he gets a slap on the wrist for it. What do you mean that never happened? Oh, yeah, true.
Sent and received with confirmation that it was sent to official Twitch moderators and staff. Nothing was done. With this, we have 100% assurance that Twitch is okay with terrorist sympathizers. They are okay with people breaking the law. They are okay with people labeling people as criminals, attempting to defame them, harass them, ruin their life with false allegations, as well as go after people's dead parents.
So for those who aren't aware of the whole dead parents thing, Tucky keeps bringing it up a lot. I don't know if Denims did for sure. She might have. I know Casey Trent did for sure. But that Orbit group was using Asmongold's dead mother as a talking point, and how basically Asmongold took part in the death of his mother, in regards to like her living conditions or her health. There's a big sort of theme when it comes to those people over there, and that sort of like Orbit group. That they constantly say that he was instrumental in his mother's death, which is absolutely like, that's one thing to like. It's one thing to have like this petty internet beef, but to bring someone's dead parent into it and say that you were part of the reason why they died, that's not even discussing behavior. That's evil. That's like evil incarnate behavior. Like insane. Absolutely insane.
And they are okay with all of it as long as you are pushing a leftist extremist agenda.
Yep.
I have once again.
You know what the crazy part to me is? The craziest part to me is that like we literally did a test on stream. I did a test on stream with you guys to show like my political affiliation. I am more so left leaning than I am right leaning. I have a couple of like right leaning points that I believe in and that I think, but generally I am more of a left leaning person. I just am. That's proof. There's proof of it. We can pull up the fucking clip if we have to. But the extremists, and don't get me wrong, there's extremists on the right as well that are just as batshit. Dude, extremists in just general politics and like just general ideologies like ruin it for everyone. They legitimately do. They ruin it for everyone. I'm so sick of extremists.
Been banned.
No, if anything I knew, they go
guys,
after family or friends. Yeah, exactly.
I've shown you proof
exactly
of everything, and maybe I'll do that one more time right now. I'm gonna ask you guys to take my word for it, because I have honored myself and I pride myself by always telling you guys the absolute truth and providing you proof with absolutely everything
Holy shit,
that I possibly can.
Okay, what the hell?
And if it's requested enough, I suppose I could show you more DMs. However, I'm very angry and I don't feel like censoring these things out again because my brain hurts and I'm doing this live. And I just got another DM right before I made this video.
Oh, they're
that I
off the
didn't
scale
edit.
holding
They
level of
sent me a
extreme. That's
DM
fair.
on how to deal with this. And they told me to just ignore them.
Just ignore them. Like, dude, that is so stupid. Telling them to just ignore them. I don't know if you guys remember back in like school, back in like elementary school and high school, if you reported that like you were getting bullied or someone was like doing something that like they shouldn't have been. Oh, just ignore them, they'll stop. Oh, just ignore them. They just want attention. That's all. They're only doing it for attention. If you just ignore them, they'll go away. What kind of school level crap is that? Oh, guys, if you just ignore them, they'll get bored and do something else. Get out of here. That's fucking insane.
That's their solution. They want
Things
me to
radically
just
change
ignore
after
them.
9/11 and the pandemic.
Guys,
Oh, yeah.
Twitch, you telling me to just ignore them is you telling me to have people send me career-ending false allegations.
People don't understand how bad the allegations that people throw around towards people like Techie are. Like, that type of stuff is literally, not only is it like career ending, potentially career ending, obviously, but the mental that it takes to be called some of these things, like a rapist and a sexual abuser. Like, okay, when the stuff first happened with Techie, like back, I think it was like August or September of last year, I was actually concerned for his mental health. He went through an absurdly rough patch for that like few month period. And then he's still going through it, don't get me wrong. But for like 4 to 5 months, I was legitimately more worried about Techie than I ever have been worried about a friend in my life in my 34 years on this planet. Being false allegated against is arguably one of the worst things a man can go through, right? women, it's just like, nobody cares. Nobody cares if a man claims a woman did something. Nobody fucking cares. When it comes to men, the agenda against men, especially specifically on the internet, obviously I think it's a little bit better like in like the real world, but when it comes like to the internet and Twitter and things like that, people are so rabid for mob justice and before like hearing both sides and before like actually seeing facts of situations that's like it's career and potentially life ending. The amount of mental that takes on you, because like there was a pretty big significant push. Do you guys remember the hashtag Me Too movement? This was probably, when was the Me Too movement? I'm actually curious. So it originated in 2006, gained widespread global attention in 2017. Okay. Yeah, 2017 sounds like when like the Me Too movement got really big. So basically in 2017, for those who aren't aware, there was a big movement like on the internet and on Twitter specifically, that basically it was women who were too afraid to come out against their abusers, whether sexually or physically. That was just like this big, was it Amber? Yeah, literally right here. Literally right here, dot. Amber Heard was also part of it. And it turned out to be BS. So it turns out, well, okay, real quick, just go back. So it was a good thing. Don't get me wrong. I think there is a lot of abuse out there that is not reported, and I think that's absolutely heartbreaking. But the Me Too movement created this ideology that we need to believe women every single time they say something when it comes to abuse and stuff like that. And we did for quite a while. I think this movement was pretty successful. Lots of people came out, and it got to the point where everyone just took everything at face value. Any woman that came out and talked about their abuse, they just believed it without any evidence, without any fact checking. You could say the most outlandish thing, and people will go, "Oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Oh, that person is such a piece of shit. I can't believe that. Oh, I can't believe that would happen to you. You have zero proof, but I believe you. I believe you. Don't worry." Guys, people are fucking liars. Who would have thought? People will lie for clout, money, fame, and just for fun sometimes. People just lie for fun, man. So this movement, I think, was like really the beginning of the end when it came to stuff like that. And I think we as a society and like on the internet have gotten a little bit better of wanting concrete proof or evidence or just anything. I know it's like it's hard to get evidence and proof of stuff like this, but like we can't just believe anything anyone ever says, guys. I'm sorry. We just can't. Because people just be saying shit. People be saying shit for any reason under the world, any reason for anything. Like, that's it. And I don't think people realize that. We shouldn't take everything at face value. So when it comes right down to it, I understand the Me Too movement. I think it's incredibly important. But I think we should be verifying and we should be looking into things a little bit more. I don't think we should just believe everything anyone says, because I think that's incredibly awful.
Going after my friends.
Equal rights, but no
Going
equal
after my
fights?
friends'
Yeah, true.
Dead parents and just ignore it. What type of disgusting fucking monsters do you have to be to expect me to be able to be defamed, slandered, have my
Just ignore it.
livelihood ripped away from me, have them go after people who I care about so much, more than I care about my fucking self, including their dead parents, and say, well, just ignore them.
Just ignore them.
That's not how this
Guys, if you
works.
just ignore them, they'll go away.
I would be able to fucking ignore them if you did anything. I gave you 3 weeks with a compiled, easy to read folder. Yet I get banned in less than 24 hours after my quote unquote infraction.
Just ignore them, Iggy baby.
You're
True.
gonna have to keep banning me. Over and over and over and over again. Because if these people are coming at me, coming at my friends, coming at their relatives, coming at my relatives, coming after their deceased relatives.
Yeah, I mean that's the Hasan system. You don't focus on the actual like person. If you don't have anything to argue about, if you don't have any concrete evidence or proof of anything, you just go after the person for like a pit like shit that you've heard, right? Like I promise you, Dedimus, Hasan, Casey Tron, Frogan, they don't have any proof, more proof of anything than you guys do, than I do. They go after his dad for a very specific reason, because they can't pin anything on him specifically. The only thing that you could pin on Techie is that he's an asshole. He's a shithead, right? That's it. That's all you could pin on him. He's never done anything illegal. He's never done anything worthwhile to be called abuse or rape. They throw whatever they can at the wall, and they see what sticks, and they see what the internet will believe, and they just run with that narrative the entire time.
I'm gonna have to fucking say something when they're blasting this out to millions of people every day. And yes, Twitch, it bothers me if they're promoting terrorist propaganda.
Asshole persona, yeah.
When I take pride in living in the United States of America, where many of my friends and relatives were soldiers who I care.
So for those who are unaware, I know this is pretty old news at this point. Yeah, Hasan brought a Houthi terrorist onto his stream and basically just compared him to Monkey D. Luffy.
Preface it with that. Does he know what One Piece is?
One Piece, like, is that an organization?
No, One Piece is an anime.
Oh, اوكي. اول شيء بقول لك انه ممكن هذا السؤال يكون شوي اهبل بس بسالك.
So just again for context, this is Hasan interviewing a literal terrorist, the Houthis. They are literally designated as a terrorist group from the United States. The United States has sat down and said, the Houthi group, yes, they are a foreign terrorist organization. Hasan brings this kid on stream who is a Houthi terrorist. He is a proud Houthi, and entertains this discussion. Compares him to Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece, and basically just sort of gasses him up.
شو هو One Piece؟ عمرك سمعت ب One Piece؟
أكيد يعني منذ الطفولة وأنا أشاهد ون بيس لوفي.
Is it Luffy?
Yeah, he said he's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes, that's fire. That's so fire. Oh my god, dude. We think the Houthis Ansar Allah is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What Luffy would do? Yeah. Let's encourage this. Let's talk about it. Something else that Hasan also did, for those who aren't aware. This is the best clip I can find. Unfortunately, we have to watch XQC react to it. But when Hasan had brought NMP over to his stream, Hasan literally brings up a literal terrorist like propaganda or video, like the stuff that they show to people to try to get them into the organization. And he pulls it up and goes, "Hey Nick, how do you feel about this video?" This video is literally like a propaganda. Like you guys like know like the army, like join the army, like those like videos, like the hyping up the army. This is that to like a terrorist organization. And he forces NMP to watch this. You could see how uncomfortable he is. And he gets up and walks away and forces Nick to watch this video while he's not even in the room, and he probably doesn't agree with it. He calls it a music video. I mean, technically it is a music video if you want to like just label it as that. Like, sure, it's a music video, but let's not pretend it's not a literal, like, they're like, what do you call it? Like, they're not trying to like propagandize, and they're not trying to get you to join this terrorist organization. By the way, XQC, that's some great reacting. 10 out of 10. You are providing the most transformative content that I've ever seen before. Keep it up. Great work. Poor Nick,
That's
man.
right, my friend. Hasan just played
I
straight
feel
up
so bad
Turkish
for Nick.
propaganda without even being there to analyze it. Surely this must be against terms of service. Twitch does not allow content that depicts, glorifies, encourages,
Yep.
or supports terrorism.
Yet they
or
still
violent
do.
actors.
Did XUC say a sync?
The musical? Sure. The Saudi individual.
XQC didn't even say a single thing during this. This is why. He said literally nothing from this 1 minute clip. Dude, this is why I think this is why Ethan suing these idiot content creators is so fucking important. XQC shouldn't be able to sit there, watch 1 minute of Ethan's content nuke, and provide zero commentary, provide zero transformative content. I think if Ethan is successful in his suing of these creators, I think we're going to see, I think there's going to be some big changes when it comes to content creation and React content, excuse me. Because, guy, like, you should not be able to sit there, go a minute and 1 second, it's probably longer, watching and reacting to someone's content that you are profiting off of. You should not be able to do that. This should be straight up not illegal, but against like copyright, like law, I guess.
Care about very much, despite everything. I don't fucking care. I respect our
He's a solid
soldiers.
protagonist, yeah.
I love our troops, and I don't take their sacrifices for granted.
What you know what's crazy to me is that saying like we respect the troops, we respect them, we like them, we don't take their sacrifices for granted. It's so interesting to see how much things have changed in the past like 20 to 30 years. Because like in like the early 90s, like the late 80s and things like that, it was like you respected the hell out of troops. Like we appreciated them. A lot of people died for the country. A lot of people made like the greatest sacrifice. They lost limbs. They lost like basically everything they possibly can. And I think as like I have a theory. The further and further away that we get from a war, the further and further away that we get from like our soldiers like losing their lives and like losing limbs and things like that, the less and less that like it will be normalized to respect like veterans, right? Obviously it's been like what, 70, 80 years since World War II at this point. I think unless there is another war, like, well, I mean, you could call the war in Iraq a war, but let's be real, that was very one-sided. I think the further and further away that we get from like when our troops were actively in war, which you can call, you know, the war on Iraq a war. The further away that we get from that, I think the less that people will actually like normalize, respect the troops, and like appreciate them for what they do for our country.
You all know this is happening. This is undeniable proof you know this is happening. And yet you still do nothing.
Yeah. I like his music choice, by the way.
It's pathetic.
As offenders, none of us signed up for
You
price with
are
active hostilities with disarming.
pathetic.
Yeah, antidote. I mean, I'm exactly that way. Like, I'm not the type of person. I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna walk up to you and be like, I'm not gonna thank you for your service. I think that shit's cringe. Thank you for your service. I appreciate you. That's cringe. But like, also at the end of the day, like, I recognize that you were in the military. You sacrificed a lot for the country that you live in. And I will just acknowledge that. You know, if it comes up in conversation, I'll thank you. But I'm not like gonna like walk up to you at like a party and go, oh, thank you for your service. I appreciate you. That's cringe. That's weird. But yeah. Frogan said she hopes the U.S. Army goes to war and gets PTSD. Oh yeah, she did say that.
And the only thing that you're doing is you're going to make me grow and get bigger and bigger.
She's gonna met, huh?
And bigger.
Huh?
Because I'm not going to let you bully me. I'm not going to let you silence me. I'm not going to let you encourage me to just ignore it and not talk about it. How about
can't
you
believe they said that.
get your head out of your ass and you do your fucking jobs? You have a TOS.
Yep. Enforce it.
Enforce
it's that
it.
easy. It's that easy.
I'm tired of my friends getting harassed every fucking day by these disgusting human beings.
How people have PTSD.
That
It's
call
insane.
themselves streamers when in reality, all they do is pull up CNN and walk away from their fucking share.
Yep.
They will be replaced by AI in the next 6 fucking months.
Yep.
Prevent code. If there's a terrorist, just make the streamer pog. Great.
Oh!
I don't know what the fuck you anti-American retards are doing there back at Twitch, but I suggest you try enforcing your TOS equally. That way you get some of the credibility
Yep.
you once had back. Because I assure you, you do not have it now.
And it's so crazy. Twitch had so much, like, I don't know how long a lot of you have been on like the Twitch ecosystem, but I've been on Twitch for, let's see, I'm going to type in chat and I should be able to click my name and my channel to see when I created my Twitch account. I've been on Twitch for 13, it'll be 13 years in December. I've been on Twitch forever. Twitch in the the early 2010s, as the site was like kind of getting started and like slowly growing away from Justin TV, Twitch basically had it all. They legitimately did. I don't remember a single bad thing being said about Twitch. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think when Dan Clancy took over Twitch is when all of the negative sentiment and when all the issues started popping up. I could be wrong. It could have been happening before that. But guys, when did Dan Clancy take over Twitch? I'm curious. I'm very curious here. 2019. He started as the Vice President of Creator and Community Experience. And then 2020, when did he become the CEO? Oh. It's been more blatant since he took over. March 2023. Okay. That sounds about right when things really started going downhill for Twitch. Because, guys, legitimately, there was never any big critics of Twitch. Twitch generally did things right. There was never, any big issues. It really was only when Dan Clancy took over. I can only imagine the type of shit that he's doing internally at that company to push his agenda and maybe potentially push his political agenda. I can only imagine. Because, guys, let's be real. Dude looks like a fucking hippie. Dude looks like the biggest leftist that possibly there is. I can only imagine the type of shit that he's saying over there at that company.
And thank you, Twitch, because I'm sure once this video gets released, and this will be talked about.
You know why they defend him? They defend him because they're sucking up to the CEO. Because he's like the big boss, right? Oh, he's the CEO. I gotta suck up to him. Oh, I gotta suck his toes. I gotta make sure that he knows who I am. The CEO doesn't give a fuck about you. The CEO does not care. The fact that people are going to go to bat and defend this guy, the CEO doesn't know who you are. You meet him, oh, it's nice to meet you. After that, he leaves. He's like, who the fuck was that? I don't know who that is. I don't care about that person. The people that want to suck up to the CEO is so cringe.
Everybody, once again, thank you for giving me 1 million subs on YouTube. I'm going to go get a golden retriever in celebration.
But yeah, obviously, again, Techie got banned. The Hasan orbit situation is absolutely crazy. It really is a shame what Twitch is becoming. And that's why it is very obvious that Twitch is losing more and more market share as the months and months go on. And Kick is only becoming more and more popular as people start to realize and wake up to the amount of disparity between the two platforms. People will sit there and shit on Kick so much. Oh, it's owned by a gambling company. Oh, Stake owns Twitch, or Stake owns Kick. Why would I go to a company that's a gambling company? When in reality, people forget that Amazon owns Twitch. Guys, Amazon is probably one of the biggest dog shit piece of shit companies in the world. You want to talk about bad? You want to talk about a bad company where the working conditions at Amazon locations are so bad that people literally need to pee in bottles because they don't have enough time on their breaks to go to the bathroom? We want to talk about a bad company? We want to talk about Jeff Bezos, one of the most richest men in the world? We want to talk about what's bad? They're both bad. Companies are bad. Oh, who would have guessed? But yeah, that's why Twitch is losing more and more market share of the streaming community. I think Kick is really starting to turn their sort of act around when it comes to their publicly facing stuff. And people are just realizing that Kick pays just way more to content creators as well. I'm legitimately making 3 to 4 times the amount of money on Kick with less viewers than I am on Twitch. So I don't know. What do I know? I'm just an idiot. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.